Dessert with the Experts. I'm Dr. Jeff Nicely, here to talk to you about data science and artificial intelligence at ETSU with a special guest, ChatGPT. So this is just a bit about me, mainly just to sort of show you I can in some sense be considered an expert. My favorite dessert, red velvet cake. But I don't have a specific recipe that I say is my favorite. When I was a teenager, my grandmother used to make red velvet cake. I loved red velvet cake, and sometimes she would make it just for me. When she died during my first year in college and I returned to be with the family, I found a red velvet cake from the mother of a friend of mine with the message, "Made for Jeff. Hope it helps during this difficult time." So since I don't have a favorite, let's ask ChatGPT if it has a favorite. ChatGPT being a chatbot, an artificial neural network trained to produce human-like responses to questions, including some very sophisticated language abilities. What is your favorite recipe for red velvet cake?
As an AI language model, I don't have personal preferences, but here's a recipe for red velvet cake that you might enjoy. Ingredients: 2½ cups all-purpose flour, 1½ cups granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon. In a medium bowl, whisk together the flour, sugar, baking powder, baking soda, salt, and cocoa powder.
Instructions for how to make
In
the
a separate large mixing bowl, whisk frosting on top and around the sides of the cake. Decorate the cake as desired and enjoy.
What is your favorite recipe for red velvet cake?
As an AI language model, I don't have personal preferences, but here's a recipe for red velvet cake that you might enjoy. Ingredients: 2½ cups all-purpose flour, 1½ cups granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon cocoa powder, 1½ cups vegetable oil, 1 cup buttermilk, at room temperature 2 large eggs, at room temperature 1 ounce red food coloring, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon white vinegar, cream cheese frosting, recipe below, cream cheese frosting. 8 ounces cream cheese, at room temperature 1/2 cup unsalted butter, at room temperature 4 cups powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. Directions: preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius. Grease 2 9-inch cake pans and line with parchment paper. In a medium bowl, whisk together the flour, sugar, baking powder, baking soda, salt, and cocoa powder. In a separate large mixing bowl, whisk together the vegetable oil, buttermilk, eggs, food coloring, vanilla extract, and vinegar until well combined. Gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, mixing until just combined. Divide the batter evenly between the prepared cake pans and smooth the tops with a spatula. Bake for 25 to 30 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted into the center of the cakes comes out clean. Let the cakes cool in the pans for 10 minutes, then remove from the pans and transfer to a wire rack to cool completely. To make the cream cheese frosting, beat the cream cheese and butter together in a large mixing bowl until light and fluffy. Gradually beat in the powdered sugar and vanilla extract until the frosting is smooth and creamy. Once the cakes have cooled, spread a layer of frosting on top of one cake layer, then place the second cake layer on top. Spread the remaining frosting on top and around the sides of the cake. Decorate the cake as desired and enjoy.
And there you have it, ChatGPT. Here is the actual recipe. and you can see that it's able to form a very human response to that question. What is a generative pre-trained transformer?
A generative pre-trained transformer, GPT, is a type of neural network architecture that uses a technique called pre-training to learn patterns in natural language data. Specifically, GPTs are built using the transformer architecture, which was introduced in a 2017 paper by Vaswani et al. The pre-training process involves training the model on a large corpus of text data, such as all of Wikipedia, in an unsupervised manner. During this pre-training, the model learns to predict the next word in a sequence of words, given the preceding words. This task is called language modeling. The pre-training allows the model to learn general patterns in natural language that can be applied to a wide range of downstream tasks, such as machine translation, text summarization, and question answering. Once the pre-training is complete, the model is fine-tuned on a specific task, such as generating coherent text, summarizing news articles, or answering questions. By using pre-training, GPTs have shown state-of-the-art performance on a wide range of natural language tasks, and are widely used in industry and academia for natural language processing tasks.
What is a generative pre-trained transformer?
A generative pre-trained transformer, GPT, is a type of neural network architecture that uses a technique called pre-training to learn patterns in natural language data. Specifically, GPTs are built using the transformer architecture, which was introduced in a 2017 paper by Vaswani et al. The pre-training process involves training the model on a large corpus of text data, such as all of Wikipedia, in an unsupervised manner. During this pre-training, the model learns to predict the next word in a sequence of words, given the preceding words. This task is called language modeling. The pre-training allows the model to learn general patterns in natural language that can be applied to a wide range of downstream tasks, such as machine translation, text summarization, and question answering. Once the pre-training is complete, the model is fine-tuned on a specific task, such as generating coherent text, summarizing news articles, or answering questions. By using pre-training, GPTs have shown state-of-the-art performance on a wide range of natural language tasks, and are widely used in industry and academia for natural language processing tasks.
How could I learn more about GPT?
If you're interested in learning more about generative, pre-trained transformers, GPTs, there are several resources you can explore. Here are a few suggestions. Attend online courses and tutorials. Many online courses and tutorials are available that cover GPTs and natural language processing, NLP, more broadly. For example, Coursera offers a course called Natural Language Processing with Sequence Models that covers GPTs and other NLP techniques.
How would I learn about natural language processing, machine learning, and data science in general at ETSU?
East Tennessee State University, ETSU, offers several courses and programs related to natural language processing, machine learning, and data science. Here are some options to consider. Bachelor of Science in Data Analytics. This degree program is offered through the Department of Computing and covers topics such as statistical analysis, data mining, and machine learning. The program includes courses such as data visualization, database systems, and machine learning. Master of Science in Computer Science. This degree program includes a concentration in data science and analytics, which covers topics such as data mining, machine learning, and natural language processing. The program includes courses such as data analytics and visualization, applied machine learning, and natural language processing.
What about the Masters in Applied Data Science program at ETSU?
The Master of Science in Applied Data Science, MSADS, program at ETSU is a graduate program that is designed to prepare students for careers in data science. The program covers a wide range of topics related to data science, including statistics, machine learning, data mining, data visualization, and big data technology.
That's right, we have a Master's in Applied Data Science at East Tennessee State University. This is a multidisciplinary applied data science master's degree program. It incorporates deep learning, machine learning, artificial intelligence, but our focus is an emphasis on data science. Data science is analytics and learning based on very large data sets, maybe the entire internet. For example, everyone who owns a smartphone produces more than 10 megabytes of data every day, if only just knowing what cell tower your phone is talking to. This is what allows technology such as real-time traffic information and personalized advertising. Our focus is on experiential learning. The program is centered around a 2-semester internship program. Students learn how data science and machine learning are used in business and industry right now. And we emphasize collaborative efforts, the ability to address multiple audiences and stakeholders. In particular, data scientists must have excellent communication skills, must be able to work in groups that include stakeholders who may not have detailed technical knowledge. This is part of the Computation and Research in Data Science, the CARDS Institute. Dr. Frank Heckelberg is the director. The MS in Applied Data Science is a combination of existing CARDS programs, collaborations between math and statistics, Dr. Robert Price, chair, computing, Dr. Brian Bennett, chair. They were instrumental in this program, as was Dr. Heckelberg. And in particular, a highly successful internship program directed by Dr. Michelle Joyner. This is the preparation for industrial careers in the mathematical sciences. So our MS degree is actually 33 credit hours. You can do it in 18 months. It's very much focused on the internship experience. 2 semesters of internships, which may be combinations of teams with different companies across an entire year. But why would anyone need such a program? Well, ChatGPT promises to revolutionize language-based tasks. It can write full-length novels and screenplays, generate letters of recommendation for graduate fellowships. Here's a couple of examples from a colleague in the physics department.
I, a humble scholar and scribe, commendeth unto you this young scholar of great promise and passion, who seeketh to further her studies and knowledge through a graduate student fellowship. This student, full of wit and wisdom, hath shown exceptional talent in her field of study, displaying a deep understanding of the complexities therein. Her diligent work ethic, combined with her unwavering curiosity, hath earned her the admiration of her peers and mentors.
Here's another example in the style of rapper Eminem.
Listen up, y'all, cause I got a story to tell. I'm here to vouch for a grad student, one who's got skills like you wouldn't believe. This ain't no ordinary recommendation, this is a salute to a future star, a scholar who's making a mark in the world of academics. I've seen this student in action, watched as they put in work and rose to the top. They got a fire in their belly, a drive that won't stop. They tackle challenges head on, never backing down, always pushing forward, till they reach the crown. Their
So
skills
it's
are
picking
impressive,
up on the
their
rhyming
knowledge is
patterns
vast,
of the
they're a quick study, and they're
music.
built to last. They got a passion for their field, a love for
So we can write essays like those required of high school and college students also. And some people fear it will eliminate jobs, complicate the teaching profession, generate misinformation on social media, and much more that we don't like. But the language models implemented by GPT are very impressive. They're really the C3PO model for interactions between humans and their artificial intelligence. But they're a long, long ways from being an R2D2. Game theory related AI is much more intelligent than ChatGPT, as we learned in 2011 while watching IBM Watson defeat two Jeopardy superstars. In fact, ChatGPT often makes cringeworthy, even laughable mistakes, and always does so in a highly professional, seemingly rational and intelligent voice. I've tried to teach it to do things correctly that it does incorrectly, such as factoring this polynomial. Notice first that x equals 1 is not a factor. So 1 minus 2 plus 1 plus 1 does not equal 0. In fact, we can just do a little grouping, and once you do that grouping, you get a little bit of factoring, and that gives you the actual answer. Not that challenging of a problem. But here's what ChatGPT does with it.
One possible way to factor this polynomial is by using synthetic division and the factor theorem to find its roots. The remainder is -1, which means that x1 is a factor of the polynomial. We can then divide the polynomial by x1 using long division or synthetic division. Therefore, the roots of the polynomial are x equals 1, x equals -1 plus sqrt, 5, 2, and x equals -1 sqrt, 5, 2. We can write the polynomial as a product of linear factors. Note that the last quadratic factor, x squared plus x plus 1, has no real roots because its discriminant is negative.
While certainly correct, it's also total nonsense. I've tried, for instance, I gave it this problem. And it said the answer was sine log x, which is wrong. I clicked the thumbs down, told it what the error was and how to fix it. Gave it the correct answer, gave it more than what you see here. Asked again about a week later. This was its response. It made the exact same error, just made it at a later step. So if you really want to be impressed by artificial intelligence, consider, for instance, these already proven R2D2 style success stories, like the Mars rovers. They're navigated by drivers, but their survival depends on their ability to act independently. They have to avoid rough terrain, choose smooth paths, can't get in the shade or they're going to block the sun from their solar arrays. So they use neural networks. And when they were first put on Mars, they were expected to last maybe a few days, maybe even some months. Curiosity's been operating since August 6, 2012. Here's an actual training facility for the Mars rovers. You can see this cable, which is going back to a computer, which is training the neural network. They actually then get a final exam out in a desert in Peru or somewhere like that. We introduced this technology to many area high school students during several successive years of a ETSU-sponsored summer governor's school, and they loved it. Some of them went into robotics, data science, machine learning. They also enjoyed a similar smart highways project, AI as a tool to eliminate traffic congestion. Computer vision. It's already indispensable. There's so many things we depend on in computer vision already. These are just a few of the examples. And some we don't like. Ethics is actually a huge issue in artificial intelligence. In fact, despite the many impressive, even breathtaking successes of AI, there's still a lot more that needs to be done. Many companies are struggling to figure out what exactly all this AI stuff means. For example, recommender systems are very successful, highly transformative. You've interacted with them in anywhere from Facebook to Amazon to Netflix. The data is not difficult to collect, and very often, many companies have already collected very large sets of data that are amenable to recommender systems. But only a small percentage of companies have done so. They haven't figured out how to define what their business model is, how they should or could even use it. Which makes programs and efforts like our master's degree program critical, not just in the large, but also to our communities. Deep learning, machine learning plus deep mathematics, data science, statistics, machine learning, deep mathematics, computational science, theoretical science implemented with a computer. Quantum computing is the next generation of all of this. AI is inherently nonlinear. Linear tends to mean common sense problem solving, often at a large scale. And it's still a huge part of what we need. And that's why we put so much emphasis on data science. We don't want to overlook the tried and true, especially when we get to very large scales. But nonlinear means things that defy common sense and intuitive reasoning. It's what led AI to a boom and a bust and a boom and a bust and our current boom. But we're unlikely to see another bust anytime soon. Most of the current AI is in its very early stages of development. For example, here are some things that are yet to come. Personalized medicine. But doses of Motrin are the same for all adults. That's not because of the lack of personalized medicine, but instead a lack of personalized manufacturing. This is the converse of recommender systems. If we recommend products based on what individual users prefer, then we can predict what and how many to make in order to satisfy user preferences. And my favorite, reinventing theoretical science, math, and engineering. Theory tends to mean identifying a few important variables that you can understand completely, and the ones you're ignoring are controllable. They're a small noise element or otherwise can be handled in a bulk fashion. Machine learning and artificial intelligence significantly increases what we mean by a few, especially in math and engineering. A few variables once meant 3 or 4, but now means 300 or 400. A few sensors once meant tens, now means thousands. So that's enough from me. Of course, this is the recorded version, so I won't be taking questions here, but hopefully you joined me for the live broadcast. Thank you for your time and your continued interest in ETSU, and go Bucks.